Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome back for another preview of patch 3.3 for Final Fantasy XIV. Square Enix put out quite a few more screenshots showing off the Yokai Watch thing, which isn't coming in 3.3, it's coming sometime after, during the summer, as well as the Final Steps of Faith, and a bunch of other features that we're going to be going through right here. We get a better look at some of the bosses of the Weeping City of Mhach, so let's just get right into the pictures before this video takes longer than it needs to. So there's a lot of Yokai Watch pictures that are in here. Actually, they're pretty old, so I'm going to skip through most of them. They're ones from Live Letter 29. I don't know why they were just uploaded to the press site today, but they were. So yeah, you can see like, wow, that is a really tiny picture. I guess because it's a 3DS picture. These were just some pictures that were aired during Live Letter 29 to show off the Yokai Watch on how it was getting added to both Final Fantasy XIV and how Yokai Watch was injecting a little bit of Final Fantasy into the next game that they have coming out. Now, the Final Steps of Faith is going to be a trial. It is going to be against Nidhogg, and there will be an extreme version via the Minstrel's Ballad. The minimum item level to enter the original fight is 205, and to enter the extreme fight, the minimum item level will be 220. I'm still, at that point, pretty much guessing that it'll drop by 235 weapons, and we have confirmed that it will have a mount drop as well. It's in one of the pictures we have here later. So you can get a kind of rough idea of what's going on. He's got a giant summoning circle right here, and you can kind of see how in the arena you're cut off from the rest of the Steps of Faith, just barely, but you are cut off. Then you can see at this part of the fight, on top of that, you could just see the character with the glamour on the bottom right. You can see there's a bunch of different types of dragons. These are all bosses that these should all seem familiar. Two of these bosses actually appeared in the area, or two of these enemies appeared in the area as bosses, and then the third one appeared as a trash mob in the area. So they're very similar to the area enemies. You can also see that he appears to be preparing some sort of attack. It's hard to tell if he's just rearing his legs to summon these three, or if he's preparing like a wind attack to knock people off the Steps of Faith, since there is that little bit of a gap between the other part of the Steps of Faith and where the arena actually is for you fighting him. We also get into the Weeping City of Mhach. Now, I was saying, oh, maybe it's not Ozma. Maybe it's something. No, that's Ozma. Now seeing the full body picture. By the way, this is a beautiful, beautiful. Those look like real clouds. I'm just going to put that out there. This is a beautiful arena to fight Ozma in. Like, I don't know about you guys. I'm in love with this battle arena to fight Ozma for the Weeping City of Mhach. Then we get a little bit more of a look on the inside. This looks kind of similar to the Void Ark itself. Then we also have Kochi, who's in the distance. You can see Ozma chilling in the distance from over there, but there is a room above him, so I'm assuming he's the second to last boss of the Weeping City of Mhach. You also get a better look at the outside areas of the arena, and I'm assuming. So here's the thing. Ethis has a lot of theories, and his theories are probably all going to be completely correct when it comes to the Weeping City, that we are eventually going to fight Lord Skafak. I don't know, like, him and I were kind of on the fence about whether or not this is Lord Skafak, because it doesn't say the name of the boss in the actual, like, picture, in the file image. It just says, you know, pub 3_09. So this is probably the last boss of the Weeping City of Mhach. It is in the little triangle area above where Ozma is in the pyramid. So the question is if I doubt it's Skafak. That wouldn't really make much sense because Skafak was in the void last we checked, and I don't know why she would come back out of the void after being freed, and where's Diablos? Like there's a few questions here. I have a feeling it's just somebody else who's a servant who was once from the Weeping City, and that's all that we're dealing with. It's just an ancient Machi, or an ancient Maki emperor, empress, or something along those lines. We'll also get a look at some of the other enemies. This is one of the bosses, so looks pretty cool. So here's the thing: is this? I see like some electrical ruins over there on the right side. I'm assuming that this is also the Weeping City of Mhach. It's just, I guess maybe on the way here, some of the airships were crashed down, because there's ruins that look like they belong to the Machians, and then you see, or I'm sorry, the Machi, and then you see this friggin' like mechanical thing over here that looks like it probably belongs to the protagonists of the Void Ark series. You also get a look at another door. That door looks alive. Just gonna put that out there. That door looks alive. And then you get to see a full set of the armors right here. This is a better picture than the ones that we got over at the last live letter. This is what the entire set of Weeping City of Mhach armor will look like. So you can put two and two together and try and figure out which one's yours. White Mage, Black Mage, tanks. Pretty obvious. And then the rest of them are a little bit mixed. Monk, ninja, a little bit easier to tell than some of the rest of them, but decent looking set of armor. I think it's better than the Void Arc set. I'm still not particularly fond of it, but it'll probably be I-230. So for those of you looking for an upgrade to get into Nidhogg Extreme, this will probably be where you start going for some weekly pieces of loot. And we also had some pictures for the Beast Tribe quest. You have the Drunk Moogles, you have the crafting. Remember, this is a crafting Beast Tribe quest like the Ixal was. You'll be able to use it to level your crafters from 50 to 60, so keep that in mind if you're someone who's still waiting to do that. That's the mount that you'll be getting from the Moogle Beast Tribe quest. It's basically just a giant puffball. And then you also have, this is going to be what the home base looks like. I'm assuming this is what it looks like later into the actual progression. I doubt it's going to look like this right off the bat. Also, there's another mount. So this actually... So the mounts that are shown here, this one I'm not 100% sure what it's going to come from. I don't know, and it's also, by the way, a two-seater mount. I don't know if this is going to be something new from Recruiter Friend. I don't know if it's going to be on the optional item store. I don't know if it's PvP, because it's got a crest there on the side, but I can't really make out what that crest is. So I'm curious if this is like a gift for the bond between, for the end of the Dragon Song War. I'm curious if it's something you get, you know, from winning 200 matches in Frontline Shatter. Like, there's a few places this could come from, but this isn't the Nidhogg mount. This is the Nidhogg mount, which, by the way, has probably the... I mean, they all have creepy eyes, but this one just for some reason bugs me out the most. That's almost definitely the Nidhogg pigeon. I mean, it's a new primal pigeon, and Nidhogg's coming out, so... and then they also showed off some of the new gear, some of the new minions. You can see we have a little Wyvern minion, which may also come from completing the Dragon Song War. Maybe it's a miniature Nidhogg. It could also come from the Moogles. I mean, the Moogles are, you know, working together with the dragons, so having a pet dragon wouldn't be too far-fetched from them. Getting an Ice Heart minion, or a Shiva minion, I should actually say, because that's not Ice. That's not Isael, that is Shiva. 1 second, everyone. I can hear my water boiling for my coffee. Let's cut this part out. Alright, sorry about that. Now all the coffee is actually waiting to be pressed in the French press itself. Let's move on for the remaining screenshots. So like I was saying, we have a Shiva minion here. Not sure how we'll be getting that. But I mean, they've been adding primal minions for the last few patches now, so I'm assuming it's going to be akin to the way that the other ones were gotten. We also have the Tentacle minion. This is going to be from Hullbreaker Hard Mode. We have, if this isn't from the Dragon Song War completion, I will be fascinated, but they also have had a knack of putting these in the optional item store, so it's hard to tell what they'll do with this one. This is an Emmerich one, and it looks, he doesn't even look like he belongs in the game in some way. Like, just it's something about him, he looks really like more refined, I guess, than the previous ones. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Moving on, we have some new hairdos. And that's a do. That's the do. That's the do. Now we can cosplay as, well, I guess not really Johnny Bravo. Yeah, I'll pull a Johnny Bravo out of that. That wouldn't be most people's first choice, but I'll take Johnny Bravo. We have the ponytail in the back with the hair over the face. These are all like, there's like 5 new hairstyles in here. That's another one, very Japanese looking. And then you have this one, and do the monkey. See? Johnny Bravo, do the monkey with me. I told you, you can also do, what's it called? Birdasaur. Why is my... Look how de-interlacing I am when I try to do that. I need to fix that at some point. So yeah, do the monkey with me and Johnny Bravo's hair. I'm just saying, do the monkey with him. That's all I'm saying. So a new dance. And then you also have some new, the new emotes. That's a wink emote, which they just got get 3 ladies together, put them on a bench, put them in a nice dress, and wink. And you are now paid for this. Okay. We also have the raid finder. This is the first English screenshot we're getting of it, so it's actually good to see. Duty complete, duty incomplete, purpose is duty completion or practice. And practice phase selection is first phase, middle phase, final phase. So if you're looking forward to trying out raiding, this will probably be your first step into raiding from this point on. No worries about the party finders. Just be honest, please. Don't say that you've gotta practice the final phase if you've never actually been to the final phase. Come on now. You ain't gonna learn shit. Well, you actually might, because you might get carried through the final phase. But don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Looking forward to seeing how the raid finder works. I'll probably pop into the raid finder and see how well it's working after the patch is over. So we'll see what actually happens. Okay, so what else is here? How many screenshots do we have left? Some new crafted gear that we have looking right here. It's looking pretty fly. Some more new... This is actually the crafter gear that's coming out. And then the rest is just more Yokai Watch pictures. Again, these are just pictures going over the old Yokai Watch stuff that was unveiled before. But anyway, thank you for joining me for these screenshots. These were actually pretty cool. I thought the Ozma one, that's where near the top of the pyramid, I thought that was easily the best looking screenshot of them all. That was a beautiful, beautiful piece of art that was actually taken in game. So let me know what you guys thought about the screenshots here for patch 3.3. Are you excited for patch 3.3? And have you marked your calendars down for June 7th? Because that is the official release date after all. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go press that coffee now, and thank you for joining me. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, take care.